African Rainbow Minerals is a diversified mining and minerals company previously known as Anglovaal Mining. Its executive chairman and controlling shareholder is none other than Patrice Motsepe. The group has a market cap of 39.2 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 11.3 and a dividend yield of 2.6%. Now there's a reason that Patrice Motsepe falls into the Forbes top 500 list of wealthiest people globally. That reason?
Well, he's an inspired deal maker, and he did very well to get into the gold industry at the turn of the millennium, and then even better to shoehorn his stake in Harmony effectively into a stake in African Rainbow Minerals, just as the Menel and Hersov families were sort of reorganizing Anglovaal Mining. So he ended up with a solid 20% or whatever it is chunk of this thing. And then the iron ore burst that happened as a result of our friends in China, So Patrice has done very, very well. But what's interesting about Patrice is that he's remained very focused. He's the executive chairman here. There has been a management change. Andre Wilkins is gone. Mike Schmidt, who was an ex-Lonman guy, has come in as CEO of the group. But Patrice remains very closely involved.
Does Mike Schmidt come in with good credentials?
Yeah, he's a solid mining guy. And those typically have been the people that Patrice has hired. He likes to do the investor relations presentations and what have you. And then to have solid guys back at head office who are sweating the numbers and the spreadsheets.
Tsepo, are you positive on African Rainbow Minerals as well?
We are. We've just spent a bit of time talking about the Assmang asset that Associated Ore owns. The other 50% holder in Assmang is African Rainbow Minerals. So the quality asset is housed within this business. That, and they have a little bit of platinum exposure and a stake in Harmony. I think they hold about 15% in the Harmony business. If you're looking at as an aggregate, we've got one really, really top quality asset, one commodity that we're fairly bullish on, and I'm not going to so much talk about the gold miner. I'll keep quiet about this particular gold miner. As an aggregate, I think it makes an interesting basket for an investor.
And let's just talk about the share price at current levels, that spike we had in 2008. Right now, where are we? Just above the 165 Rand level?
Yeah, so similar chart pattern to what you'll see with most of the resources stocks. So this one has done a little bit better than Anglo in recent months, not quite as good as Assor and not quite as good as Billiton, but I mean, it's got the assets we've discussed. The other one to note is it's got that Nkomati nickel mine, which is also in the sort of Machadodorp type area. That's quite an interesting asset. And they've got some quite nice coal assets in the larger Mpumalanga area, mostly open cast stuff. But I mean, I quite like the iron ore, as I said earlier, so I'm pretty constructive on this one. The question for me is this the right entry point? I mean, in a couple of minutes, we're going to discuss the trade of the day, and then we can weigh them up one against the other. But yes, I like this one, and I like the team.
Are we going to hot or not right now on African Rainbow Minerals?
I'm going to go into the camp and say very hot on African Rainbow Minerals.
You can't get enough of these stocks, can you? Or hot or not?
Hot for me too.